Hi everyone. It is me, Sailor Jupiter or Sailor King World, and I, Sailor Venus or Sailor Hell World here. And today we're going to talk about, you know, about how the Cloverway Sailor Moon is still watchable. Because you'll also hear from the Sailor Moon followership who will say that the Cloverway Sailor Moon or Pioneer Sailor Moon or whatever, they're going to say, oh, it's unwatchable. That you can't get any happiness or glee out of watching it. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. Now, first off, the Cloverway Sailor Moon or Pioneer Sailor Moon, depending on what land you lived in, is not like the Deke one. Yes, a lot of the show players who were speaking for him in Deke do come back, but there also are some new folks that take the steads of the folks that weren't there before, but a lot of them are. Now, a lot of things from the first two do carry over to the free diff one, to the Cloverway one, except there is no Sailor Says at the end of Cloverway's one doe. Now, a lot of folks would have you believe that, that if you like the Cloverway Sailor Moon or Pioneer Sailor Moon or whatever, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower, because Cloverway does skim from things. Not as much as Deke did, but they did do it. Now, they'll make a big deal about, folks driving on the right side of the street instead of the left. Cloverway does that. A lot of folks are going to make a big deal about, Mara Michelle, Sarah Uranus, Sailor Skyworld, Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld, going from being unstraight lovers to being near kin. And if you overlook the same thing with Fisheye becoming a woman, then it's still watchable. And I have watched it many times. So I don't want to hear how it's not watchable and you can't get any happiness and glee from it, because that's not true. And a lot of Sailor Moon followers out there would have you believe that it's unwatchable. And you would think that a lot more of them would like this one because it tends to be more near to the Dawnish one, to the Toei one, at least with the closing song being whatever the closing song that Toei did for it. Now, I have watched this one many times too. And this was the one that folks growing up saw on Cartoon in the 4-1 Reichs and YTV in the Settle Land. So there wasn't any other folk work that had the rights to this Sailor Moon after that. Now, keep in mind that I still think it's watchable. And a lot of folks will hate it because they did skim a lot of things. Not every single thing, but a lot of things were skimmed. Oh yes, they may need be, stead names, like near names, have their Dawnish name again. Like street names and near names weren't skimmed or shifted, we'll say. But a lot of things is written into English, But at the end of the day, I still think the Cloverway Sailor Moon or the Pioneer Sailor Moon is a good one. Well, yeah, you're right about this. You're right about that, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor King World, Lita. You're right about that. I mean, a lot of folks in a Sailor Moon followership will have you believe that the Cloverway in Business Sailor Moon or Pioneer Glee Sailor Moon or Pathseeker, they'll have you believe that these two Sailor Moons are just unwatchable and that you can't get no happiness or glee from watching it. And if you do like it, oh, well, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower, because it's not what, what the Toei business or, Aldling, Niall Goldings wanted it to be. Or whatever their forgiveness is for not liking it. At the end of the day, the Cloverway Sailor Moon, the Pioneer Sailor Moon is still watchable. I still like it. And we've watched it many times. But we watched it after we watched the Deke one, so you know how that goes. Now, everyone in Sailor Moon followership has the right and freedom to their own thought, take, or belief that is true. But there isn't any truth to back it up to say that it's not watchable. And that you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you liked it. Now, it's true this Sailor Moon may have, it's true that this Sailor Moon might not be beloved by the Sailor Moon followership under the grounds that Cloverway in business did some skimming or shifting, not with street names or near names. Yes, they shifted borrowed names again, and strike names were shifted again. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that, that it made that was unwatchable due to those grounds. And back in the day, I had to watch these Sailor Moon on Vugon. And later on, on Anime Planet or Drawing Show World. And then on, 1-2 Films, 1-2-3 websites. And then SailorMoonTV.com, whatever. Or FS. Anyway, it still is watchable. And now on Watch Cartoons Online or Watch Drawing Shows Online, which we're going to see this Sailor Moon. Back to you. Yeah, you're right about that, Sailor Venus, Sailor Hellworld, Mina. The Cloverway in business Sailor Moon is still watchable. To me it is. And I still get happiness and glee watching this, And it's true that this might not be the beloved Sailor Moon that everyone likes, that a lot of folks, a lot of folks these days, there's a war between Ease and the Deke side and the Cloverway side, and then the Viz side. And it really should not be. At the end of the day, I still think the Cloverway Sailor Moon or Pioneer Sailor Moon or Pathseeker Sailor Moon are still watchable in my belief. And I still like it. I still get happiness and glee from watching it. And folks saying that you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you like this Sailor Moon, well, that is their belief. So, what do you think about Cloverway's Sailor Moon? Or, do you think it was watchable? Or do you think it was not watchable? Let me know about that. And we'll see you later.